Have you ever tried editing a video or cleaning up audio and just felt stuck? Like, you've got the story in your head, but the tools are either too complicated or throw a watermark on your final cut. We've definitely been there. In this video, we're getting into 5 free tools every editor should know about. Stick around and let's find the right tool to bring your ideas to life. So, the first one is OpenShot. If you've ever felt overwhelmed by too many buttons or complex layers when you're just trying to cut a simple video, this one might feel like a breath of fresh air. OpenShot's biggest strength is how friendly it is for beginners or casual creators who just want to get their stories out without diving into a technical maze. It's free, doesn't slap a watermark on your work, and works on Windows, Mac, or Linux, which is super helpful if you're switching devices. What's cool about OpenShot is that you can drag and drop your clips straight onto the timeline, then cut, trim, or add transitions without needing a manual beside you. You can even stack multiple tracks of video, audio, or images, which is great if you're adding voiceovers, B-roll, or a logo. And you can add title cards with effects that actually look clean and professional, not like something stuck in 2005. Now sure, OpenShot's not packed with high-level studio stuff. It gets the job done without the hassle, which is something a lot of us appreciate, especially in the early stages of creating. Alright, moving from OpenShot into something that feels a bit more modern and polished, let's talk about Ice Cream Video Editor. Now this one's especially helpful if you're someone who just wants to make something look clean and professional without touching a giant timeline full of layers. It's only available on Windows, but what it does surprisingly well for a free editor with no watermark. What stands out here is the whole interface. It just makes sense. You drop in your video, and everything's laid out clearly. If you're someone doing content for YouTube intros, school projects, or even little client promos, it gives you the tools you need without overwhelming you. You've got trimming, merging, and filters, of course, but what really hits home is the ability to add multiple clips, transitions, and even control speed, all with just a few clicks. There's even a background music option built in, which means no flipping between apps just to add a vibe. And get this, there's a project history feature. That means if you mess something up or just want to go back and try a different version, you can. No panicking. For creators still figuring out their editing style, that's a lifesaver. Compared to OpenShot, Ice Cream feels more minimal and focused on quick, polished results. So if OpenShot was like your sketchpad, this one's more like a neat journal for clean, to-the-point edits. Jumping into Power Director, we're now looking at a tool that bridges the gap between everyday YouTube creators and serious editors. Right away, this one feels more like a full editing studio, built into your PC. The interface looks pro, but still feels familiar if you've worked with anything timeline-based. It's built for depth, but keeps things fast. And yes, still free with no watermark, which is honestly huge. Where Power Director sets itself apart is with its multicam editing and AI-powered features. Say you're filming a vlog from 2 angles, or covering an event with multiple cameras. You can sync them up and cut between shots like a full production house. Add in tools like AI sky replacement, object tracking, and voice enhancement. There's also a screen recording feature baked in, which is a game changer if you're making tutorials or gameplay videos. You don't need to juggle extra software, record, edit, publish, done. And audio tools? Built-in noise removal and audio ducking help you clean up messy sound quickly. Now let's talk about WavePad. And this one honestly feels like that reliable tool you keep coming back to, especially if you're new but still want pro features. It works on both Windows and Mac, and the free version gives us way more than we'd expect. Like no sign-up, no trial countdown, it just works. So what we liked most was how smooth it was to get started. We open our file, and all the basics are right there. But then we start exploring, and that's it. We're seeing tools like reverb, normalize, pitch shift, compression. There's even a feature where you can scrub and bookmark sections, which is helpful when you're editing longer audio. One thing WavePad nails is effects. If you've ever wanted to mess with your voice or clean up old recordings, this one delivers. We used the click and pop remover on a recording from a phone interview. It took out all those annoying little noises. Alright, now moving on to GarageBand. If you're on a Mac, this one's already sitting there waiting for you. And honestly, it's way more capable than people give it credit for. We used to think of it as just a music-making app, but after spending some time with it, it's clear this is a full-on audio editing studio packed into a free app. You can lay down vocals, plug in a guitar, or even use virtual drums and synths. It's wild how much you can do without paying a dime. What makes GarageBand stand out is how fun and creative the workflow feels. We don't need any hardware either, just our Mac and maybe voice. You get 255 audio tracks per project, and each one can be customized with EQ, effects, automation, you name it. There's this thing called flex time, where you can fix timing issues in your recordings by just dragging the waveforms. Really useful when we're editing vocals or trying to lock in drums. Compared to WavePad, GarageBand leans more into the music side. You won't find tools like noise removal or vocal isolation here, but you get real session drummers, smart controls for synths, and even free lessons for guitar and piano. And if we compare it to Audio Director, GarageBand doesn't have that same podcast or dialogue focus. But for musicians or anyone creating tracks from scratch, it's honestly a no-brainer if you've got a Mac. So those are our takes on the best free tools every editor needs, each with its unique benefits and features. We hope this video gives you a good idea of the possibilities and helps you make the right choice for your needs. Let us know if you have any further questions or would like to share your thoughts in the comments below. And, as for everything else, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit the bell icon if you want more content like this on your feed.